right, this is Dr. Norbert coming to you live from London. Here I am, boop. And with me tonight, fresh off of his stunning outcomes at the Adepticon 2024 convention, you know him, you love him, unless you're an X-Men player, it's Vince Kirkhoff. Hello, Vince.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. Welcome back. I am so looking forward to this. We had such a great time on the previous stream for the quarterfinals. We're here today for the semifinals, and you're also, as I said, fresh off of Adepticon. I'm sure we'll get into that in some of the less action-y types of parts of the game ahead of us. All right.
Sounds good. Who do we got?
Who we got? So we're going to look very carefully. We've got Liam Watt from Scotland and Kyle Vandegraaf from Canada playing today. And let's go take a quick look at Kyle's list, who's in red today. Kyle's from Canada, as I mentioned. He's got Baron Mordo, Baron Zemo 1, Sexy Strange, Dr. Voodoo, Hand Ninjas, Elektra, all right, Elektra, Wong, Ultron 2, Thanos. Which Thanos has he got? He's got Space.
Space Reality.
Space. Yep. Senior Thanos, the Mexican conquistador fighter. Modox 2, and Magic. Extracts. Secures our demons downtown. Oh, Gamma Wave. Oh no, too fast. Okay. Well, at least.
All right. Looks like we do have the scenarios already picked, though.
Okay. Yeah, let's take a look. So it's Montesi formula. So who won? Let's see. Priority was run by Kyle. And so we'll see what he picked. But it's Montesi formula, and it is Demons Downtown. Now, he had Demons Downtown, as we saw. I'm not sure if Liam also had it, though. We will find out very shortly. Let's see what they tell me is... okay. What crisis type did you pick, and what's the threat? So I was just reading off the characters. I actually wasn't paying that close attention. What affiliation then can Kyle play?
It's almost certainly Convocation.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I didn't see a leader. That's probably why I'm confused. I go through it and there was nothing there. So yeah, Convocation. Wow. Now, I hear, pray tell, that Convocation is the Wakanda killer right now, and so is getting more popular. Is that what you're hearing?
I don't know about that, but they are very good into Black Panther specifically.
Uh-huh.
And Wakanda kind of can have this thing where the game can go downhill very, very fast once Panther dies. And Convocation's very, very good at killing Panther with mystic attacks everywhere.
Okay, it's just the mystic attacks that's special about it.
I think so. I think they're also good at keeping the extracts away from those characters with the bump, the defensive bump.
Oh, yes. Okay, gotcha. Right. Okay, cool. Convocation is not easy to play. Have you tried them?
I have not. I actually think there's like 2 or 3 people in the whole world that actually know how to play this faction. This faction's so goofy and weird. The guy that we have in our group that plays him a lot loves Fury with them.
Which one?
Nick Fury Jr., the leader.
The leader one. Okay.
The one with the grunts. Because if you hit the grunts with an attack and they don't die, that extract goes a million miles from you.
Why is that? Because they can first of all get to throw them where they want, right, rather than you. But what else?
And if you deal 1 to them, they bump away on
see.
top of that other ability that they have.
And they're medium base, aren't they? So yeah, that's quite a big distance, isn't it? Oh wow, I see. Okay. And then also gets the books back too, is another opportunity. Not in the same scenario, but make it easier to get the books back.
Right. And then Fury kind of synergizes with Ironbound because he's 4/3/4.
All right, let's see what the guys have brought with them. We'll start with Kyle since we've been on his topic. I'm looking forward to this Convocation match.
Yeah, it's definitely Convocation. I see 6 tactics cards.
Yep. Yeah. That looks like Wong, Baron Mordo, Ultron 2. What? Oh no, it's MODOK 2 and Ultron 2, and then Sexy Strange.
Strange too. I like this a lot. Those are big, really, really hard to hurt people on which we call Convocation turn or Ironbound Book's turn.
Right. What
right,
about
with the
MODOK 2?
counting
Yeah.
blanks and then the other one counting double wilds.
He's Mystic 5. Holy moly.
He's Mystic 5 count blanks.
Okay, he's not going anywhere. Eyes on the Prize. Age of Ultron, of course. Sacrifice. Playing a Poldock. So this is the one
Dark Rain.
It's Dark Rain for Convocation. Thank you. That's really nice to know. And then Ironbound Books, as we said, which is the defensive card that they can get back. And of course, their leadership card. Right, what did Liam bring? In the past, he's very big favored tall lists. Instead, he's brought Space. I'm not sure which
Space Reality Thanos. We saw it in the lists.
Oh, yeah?
Actually, no, that was on the other side.
It was on Kyle's side, so we're not sure yet, but he's got Space. Could be Minor Reality Thanos. Star-Lord, Cosmic Ghost Rider, and Rocket Raccoon. I'm going to guess then it's Space Mind? I don't know.
I'm going to guess it's Reality.
Okay. Crew of the Milano.
Guardians typically plays Senior.
Okay. Crew of Milano, Patch Up, Galaxy's Greatest, and Recal, no matter the cost.
Yeah, if he's playing Recal, it's almost certainly
Reality. Senior
Reality.
Thanos. All right, the Mexican Thanos. Excellent. I love Mexican food. I love seeing Thanos enjoying a good burrito. I mean, right, Vince? I mean, fewer things in life as good as having a burrito.
I mean, sure. I mean, I wish they would fix the Reality Gem, but hey, what can we do?
What sense? The timing part of it?
I think the timing's goofy. He's playing Recal, so we may see the dream scenario where like a big hit comes on Thanos, and Thanos has nothing except for 2 skulls. Right. And then he gets to pick up one of the 2 skulls because that one is a crit, but the other skull stays down. And then he re-rolls, and then that skull is already a crit.
The one that he left on the table before re-rolling. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So like weird interactions like that. I don't know. I think it should just function like domino. These boys are already going. So MODOK 2 straight down the middle. Sexy Strain was just to his left. The drones for Ultron are on the left as well. Then just to the right of the middle is Wong, followed Baron Mordo, and Ultron 2 up on the top. He's decided to move Doctor Strange forward and used Eyes on the Prize to take the middle book. So we have the Montesi formula books right down the middle. And of course, the portals, the demons portals are straight down the middle as well. So it's going to be a central fight. I don't have to move the camera terribly much, Vince, which is nice. And then he's moved Strange back up onto that Fisk building, size 4 building there. Liam's moved Rocket to the back point, grabbed the book there as well, and is giving him a nice little hiding spot behind this size 3 building. We'll see if he leaves him there or not. Looks like he's going to... So this is going to be an absolute slugfest.
Yeah.
And I really like the 2 splashes here out of Convocation because they both have helmet, or like the helmet style ability where Ghost Rider is not going to be able to pull and incinerate those 2.
So looks like Wong has meditated and then given his power to Ultron 2. And then is going to move to the back point and hold that one as well. So the 2 threats doing their jobs on the back points. Let's see if he picks up the book as well. Oh, no, he doesn't have power, so he cannot. Okay. The map tonight is brought to us. Who helped us out? Hell's Kitchen, made by Pat. Good old Pat. Here in spirit. If you want to see Pat Dunford playing the other semifinals match, we recorded that yesterday. It's still up on Twitch and also available on my YouTube channel. What's the threat, just out of curiosity here? Let's see, the numbers were either 18 or 19. Thanos is 8, 9, 10, 11, plus
19.
6. Yeah. That's right.
It's 19.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I think I like both these squads. I'm a little bit wary of the solo rocket. I don't know if Watt had access to Nebula. I think I would have preferred to see Nebula here, but
Mm. Well, it looks like he's moved.
I guess
Yeah, go ahead.
I guess she is Def 2 Mystic, so maybe that's a thing keeping him off there. But
Mm.
with the Thanos access, I think the upside of her offensive power is like worth her defensive weakness.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil things too much from last night's match, but boy, oh boy, was Nebula MVP.
Nebula is a crazy model when you put dice buffs on her.
Yeah, it was bonkers. Star Lord got moved up outside of the home portal and just stood there. Meanwhile, Baron Mordo basically did the same thing. He's moved himself into a slightly better position, but otherwise is staying put there.
Yeah, and he grabbed power from Meditate.
Okay, his own
Important
Meditate.
thing to note here that MODOK is on fire, so he has gotten incinerated in the power phase.
Mm-hmm.
And so as a result, is probably planning on picking up that book to open the turn.
Okay. And folks at home, that's because large bases, if they're placed directly behind the home portal or any kind of secure that's there, is already within one of it. So yeah, he can, and you'll see this with Hulk, for instance, picking up extracts sometimes, or like especially if it's a hammer, you know, Hulk will pick it up and not have to move to pick it up, and so then can use all of his actions and whatnot after that with a hammer in his hand. Right. Looks like Cosmic Ghost Rider is in the mix. You know, Vince, I tried out some Guardians of the Galaxy, and because I'm working on what to do with my team coming up, we have a team event in August, and okay. I never put down Rocket and Groot. It was like over the course of, I don't know, 10 games or so. Just felt it didn't seem to like be. Like, part of it was terrain related. A lot of the tables were quite crowded, so I didn't think was his name Rocket would get clear shots. So, but it was interesting how that's changed so much compared to how they used to be, like almost staple to Star Lord.
Yeah, I think they are. I think Rocket and Groot are very, very much like a sometimes food for Guardians these days.
Yeah, yeah.
They just have so many like good options now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's surprising not to see Beta Ray Bill on the table from Guardians.
Yeah,
but I mean, they do what they have to make room for Thanos.
Yeah, I wasn't playing Thanos, to be fair. Looks like Thanos moved CGR up by 2 with his portal, and then moved himself forward off of the point, so he's not contesting it. And looks like he's going to move yet again a little bit forward and call it a day. Very cagey moves here by both players. Let's see who commits first. I want to quickly, while we're here at the moment, I have a brand new whiskey. This is Mikkel Irish whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
I got this gifted to me by a really awesome fan. So nice of him to give me this bottle when they came over from Ireland to one of our events. It's the first time I'm trying it. I've never heard of this before. So sláinte, and thanks everybody for watching. Are you a whiskey fan?
Yes, I am. Back when I was playing Guild Ball, one of the guys that was like a fan of our podcast found out that I was like a thing I was trying to get into, and he just unprompted sent me a blind taster.
Oh, nice. Fun.
He sent me like it was like A through J. They were all labeled in like little 2-ounce things.
Yeah. Those
and
are
then
great.
I ranked them. And it turns out I have quite cheap taste.
Good for you.
That's changed a bit, and I think a lot of that is also that, like, as your palate for it develops,
of course,
the things that the more expensive whiskeys are doing are things you can taste rather than just kind of like them being a little bit harsher.
Hmm. Yeah.
which is like a thing that I think
Did you
people
try
that are
over the course of your tastings? Did you try splashing a bit of water into them to help mellow them out sometimes?
uh yeah, or I put them on the rocks or something like that.
Mm. Yeah, those tasters are
Um
really fun.
but yeah, I mostly want to I'm a fan of an old fashioned is pretty much where I land
Oh, okay.
on whiskey. Mostly Woodford is where I sit. I think it's like,
Oh, so you like bourbons better?
yeah. I mean, we're in America over here. It's like
All right.
all right, we got some action happening here.
It looks like the drones just moved up, but then Ultron 2 moved up as well, and then used his encephalobleem on Thanos. Take that, Thanos! A little taste of your own medicine, and moved him back onto the home point, so he'll be incinerated.
Yeah, sounds good. Incinerate really impacts reality Thanos' durability
Mm.
because like losing that die matters a lot because his dice are so much better than other people's.
Mm-hmm.
And while Ultron's going to get double tapped here, he is fairly resilient as he
Yep.
can't get incinerated here or moved by
Yeah.
Mr. Crazy.
But it looks like he's not going to do any damage at all at Thanos with that kind of defense roll. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 defense. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Keep rolling some more dice. Why not?
Well, I'd just be happy it's not an attack roll.
Yeah. Why did CGR get a power? Oh, was this was he sorry, he might have been shooting Cosmic Ghost Rider, not Thanos, beg your pardon.
Yeah, I think he was shooting Cosmic.
Yeah, but why did Cosmic get a power?
Because he shot him. And he makes 1 power. So this is actually an attack roll. We're wrong.
Oh, he's going the other way around.
5 damage that went on to...
Oh god, yeah. Okay, it went the other way around. Jesus. So
yeah.
okay.
And he only ever makes 1 power because it's a gainer.
Yeah. Okay, now it makes more sense. I thought Ultron was going into him. I saw the stick go down and didn't realize it was the other way around. Wow, that's a fantastic
Now he's going to
roll.
bump up, and he's going to... so he bumps away to safety into the cover. Yeah, there's a huge roll. 7 hits on 6 dice.
Yeah. Oof.
And again, but he's in cover this time. 5. Cool. What a cool character.
Wow.
At least the winging it token's gone.
Yeah. Well, big opening for Liam here. He puts CGR forward with Thanos. That put him into range. So Kyle took a chance on having Ultron go up there and try to push Thanos out of the picture. But now he's paid for it, having 6 out of 8 hit points. Crunstle, you just joined with the first explosion. If you saw that CGR hit, he rocked the world just now. Round 1.
All right.
But the bump, like you said, the bump put Ultron up into cover, so that's helpful. Let's see where.
Oh, just unsnap the tool, buddy. There we go. All right. Looks like pick up book, walk up, probably shoot CGR. I also really like MODOK into CGR because he has easy access to stun, which can really neuter CGR.
Yeah, nice.
This is part of why, like, the claw list, if you watch my video talking about Vodka's claw list, it's like really teched for CGR.
Mm. Oh my god. Are we going to have another crazy day of dice today? Oh my god. Oh, I
mean, he blocked 4, so
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh god, yeah. Look at that, because he's
yeah,
psychotic.
So, like,
to
they're
start
both
with.
at least spiking.
Wow. I'm telling you, it's Carl. Carl, the lead developer, has been screwing with these dice rollers somehow.
Oh, leave Carl alone. Carl's crushing it out there.
Yeah, he's the man. What a hero for picking up the development of this mod for us.
Yeah.
All right. So of all that, though, he did save quite well. The pit was hard. The save was hard, but he took 3 out of 9 hit points of damage. And some more dice going on now. Is this what's happening now? Oh, is this a psychotic roll? This must have been the psychotic roll.
Yeah.
So it looks like he will.
Cool. It looks like he's going to be crazy a little bit.
Just a little. Oh, have you got some leftover beers from Adepticon from your coolie that you were?
I absolutely do. I have never once snuck beers into Adepticon, sir. I can't believe you'd accuse me of such a thing. I pay that $7 a beer like everyone else.
Once, and then you just keep refilling it. That's great. Tell us about your. Is it a local microbrewery there?
Yeah, I'm drinking Revolution.
Uh-huh.
Their Freedom Lemonade line, which are like sours.
Uh-huh. Oh, cool. Yep.
They're quite good. They're like all like different lemonade flavors, like themed. There's like a strawberry and a lemon is what I have here. They're good. They taste like summer.
Yeah, I hear you. Like a wine cooler, but better.
Yeah. Essentially.
This is not from that microbrewery you guys do the event in.
No, it's not. But this is actually a funny story. We were almost at Revolution.
Uh-huh.
We had talked with them first.
Yeah.
Had a deal with them. They were like, at the time, like the second most famous Chicago brewery, with the first one being Goose Island, which is now owned by Anheuser-Busch.
Yeah.
It has been for like a decade.
Yeah.
So we're talking with Rev, and we were going there to sign the papers and meeting with the owners there. And he's like, "Oh, hey, if it's busy, no tables." And I'm like, "You fundamentally misunderstand what we're doing. Like, what are we paying for?" And he's like, the thing fell apart right then and there because he was just like, "No, I'm going to keep the tables if it's busy." And I'm like, "It's going to be busy. That's the deal that we're making."
Right. Precisely. You're crowding in X number of nerds for 24, 48 hours.
48 hours.
Yeah.
Right. And then we found Alarmist on the luck of the draw, and like just somebody's roommate worked there. That was
nice.
in our gaming group, and he's like, "You should go look at them." And we talked to them and hit it off, and
yeah, rest is history.
Been there ever since. Yep.
It's good times. Okay, so for people following home, Kyle had 2 books and 1 point, so you got 3 points altogether for that first round, and Liam has the back point and 1 book, and so he got only 2 points. Liam has priority, and so he has CGR go after Ultron 2, I imagine. Not the greatest hit, but does manage to daze Ultron 2 straight out the gate. And this is the game plan for both sides, don't you think? It's the attrition plan.
Yeah, absolutely. This is absolutely just an attrition game. For those of you guys watching at home, this is how you deal with Ultron. You take his activation away. Like, you have to always constantly threaten that Ultron's going to lose his activation. And then the first chance you get, you rob him of it. Most lists, if they don't activate a 5 threat, they don't beat you in attrition. Even if they have a model that's invincible.
Interesting. Yeah. So you're just taking him out of play, essentially. And on top of it, the drones, even though they only roll 4 dice, they still can do damage, and they're not going to be activated either because of this. I'm surprised he didn't put down Ironbound books.
The Ironbound books timing is tough here. I'm not sure. Okay, so
CGR second
Cosmic
attack.
just shot the grunts off the table. I like that because Ultron's dazed. If terrain gets destroyed, it's not going to spawn in the grunts because it's a superpower, and that superpower is essentially not printed on his card while he's dazed.
Okay, makes sense.
So getting rid of the grunts here makes a lot of sense to me. Which means if you want to activate the grunts, even staggered, you've got to go with somebody else before Ultron, and on 6 health, there's good odds that they can like flip Ultron or threaten to get him again.
Yeah. How did
this list can go up over the top of Age of Ultron, no problem.
How did CGR bump back just now?
He paid with his he can
Oh, of
spend
course.
any
Yeah,
amount of
yeah,
power to go any amount of distance.
yeah. Yes.
Hashtag fair model.
Okay, fair enough.
Looks like we're thinking about a strange activation here. I don't love going after CGR here.
Because he's done his dirty work already, right?
Yeah, I feel like when you're down on activations,
Mhm.
you you should just take their activations off the table. I think I'd prefer like a scalpel forward and a 2-tap into Star-Lord. And see if
Yeah.
you can just get him there.
He is the weak point of this roster. There.
Yeah, for sure. Like there's 2 hard targets and 2 soft targets on the Guardian side.
Yeah.
And a bunch of the extra damage comes out of Star-Lord's tokens.
Yep. All right.
Uh,
So looks like he moved himself just enough forward to go after CGR, and he took a
did you catch this?
damage.
Did you see if this was a scalpel? Did he like port himself forward with?
I'm not sure. I thought so though, but we'll see. Not a bad hit. Save is mediocre. So, oh, is he going to re-roll all? Whoa. Is he going for
Because
broke?
he picked up because he picked up those crits.
Uh-huh. So 4 hits going into 2 saves. So I think that's only 2. So he should go up to 7 out of 9 hit points if I'm doing this right.
What is happening?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Because he picked all his dice up, and it was a decent hit. So I'm surprised he did that.
Well, so it's because his initial roll had 3 crits in it, right?
Yeah.
So now his expectation is that he rolled that many dice.
Mm-hmm.
So like you'll see strange players greed a lot on that. Like
Hmm.
you really need to get your money out of Eye of Agamotto for him to be worth his power. So if you hit 3 crits and you're not above half the dice you have,
Mm-hmm. Then you go
you
for
should
it.
take the reroll.
Interesting. Okay.
I don't know what his. If he only had 4, maybe he was a little bit greedy, but
Okay. Thanos moved forward and then portaled Sexy Strange forward, and then he punched him. He's got the wilds. I'll be able to throw him, but the hit was mediocre. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 into no saves, though.
I love that you on 6 dice 4 is mediocre.
Well, I've gotten so used to these blowing up so much now.
I'd be so happy if my Thanos rolled 4 hits every time he made an attack.
Oh, Vince, you have to learn how to do that with your dice if you expect to get into the finals of the TTS leagues. You know, it's all in the wrist.
No, yeah. My digital wrist. Looks like that's strange down.
Yeah. Liam coming out blazing.
Oh,
What was the meta like at Adepticon in the Challenger event? Was it nice and broad? A lot of Thanos?
I think it was pretty broad. I played against a good mix of things. I lost 2 games all weekend, both to webs on the same scenario. I promptly cut that scenario out of my list.
Interesting, because LVO said WebWire players didn't know what they were doing, basically.
Webs are kind of weird though. Like, I don't know. I got beat both games by ASM by himself.
Oh yes, I heard about this.
And
Was he attacking you, or were you fielding him and he was not doing any work?
I was attacking him. I'm playing shield. I'm not.
Oh yeah, right. Okay.
Right.
And he just tanked it like a boss.
Yeah, in my first game, he killed like my entire list. Like Miles did no damage, Black Cat did no damage, stole nothing, Miles stole nothing. Jessica Drew did no damage, stole nothing, and like I removed all those pieces, and ASM like single-handedly carried the game.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, he can be really stubborn that way.
Yeah, and then my finals game was like not a match where I played Marked for Death on ASM and he took 4 damage.
Oh.
shot him with my whole list.
So Baron Mordo then activated. I think he did an attack. Where did he? But he moved up onto this Fisk building.
He's climbing, and I think he's looking to do yeah.
No, that was Mordo, and now Liam is back in action. It looks like he's trying to get Storler to shoot him. Liam's doing
walk up. This is what a walk up hit and run, probably.
Probably, yeah. For folks at home, Kyle is from Canada. He is the last great hope for North America to remain in the TTS League. We have one winner. I'm not going to spoil it. One winner from Europe from last night's semifinals match. And Liam is from Europe as well. So it could be all Europe finals unless Kyle pulls it out here. Let's see.
Not looking like a great opener for Kyle.
No. This is where you have to listen to the Anders Kolar podcast on how to avoid tilting mentally.
Yeah. Although he's going to have priority coming out of here. So maybe taking Star-Lord's activation, or not taking Star-Lord's activation, was worthwhile. Yeah. Oh, no, wait, no, he's not. Strange went. Never mind, he's not going to have priority.
So Mordo actually was able to tank that pretty big hit. So he's fine. I don't know, he didn't take a single point of damage from Star-Lord.
He's def 4 energy, right?
Could be. Let's take a look. Where is he? There he is. Sure enough.
Yeah.
Nice to have in Guardians.
Yeah, especially they have only the one physical attack out of Thanos. So as long as Thanos isn't punching Mordo, he's pretty tanky, actually, in this matchup.
Mm-hmm. Have you recovered from Adepticon? Are you rested again?
Yeah, I think so. It was a long weekend.
Yeah. Oh, so getting back to the meta, though, in the Challenger event there, anything standing out? Or a nice broad spread?
Not particularly. Just like Guardians was less than it was before.
Okay.
Here, let's pull it up in Longshanks and take a look. Well, maybe I'm wrong. Yeah.
Go on.
Really Avengers heavy, I guess. Okay. Surprise, surprise. Avengers still very popular.
Is that the new Steve? Steve 3?
No.
Oh, no. Steve 1 still? Like, oh, Sam.
No,
okay.
It's Sam. Like, Sam is still, like, absolutely just insane. The model's so good for his threat. He has, like, one of the best leaderships in the game. I put Sam in my shield roster, and he was an absolute boss. The guy's so good.
Yep, totally get it.
All right, we got some thinking going on.
Yeah, a lot of thinking. What about Thanos? You see a lot of Thanos?
I didn't see any Thanos. I didn't have to play against him. Also, there were not like a ton of coded lists, but like the main thing, it's exactly what you kind of expect. Okay, try to guess the top 3 models at Adepticon.
Beta Ray Bill.
Yep, number 1, got him.
Black Cat.
Number 2, got it.
Oh shit, I'm doing good. No, Nigel, it's not Deadpool. Ultron 2.
No Ultron 2. These next 3, 4, and 5 have the same play rate.
Oh wow. Okay. So I'm gonna say CGR then. Make it more easy.
Nope.
CGR
just nerfed. Why would I play CGR?
All right, give it to us.
Hulk.
Okay.
Rhino.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Baron Zemo.
Yeah.
Baron Zemo was surprised me, but
yeah. He's having a renaissance. Not that he was terribly gone away, but he's having a renaissance.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like his main competition is Mystique, and with Deception on the restricted list. So we got Rocket coming way far upfield.
Yeah, he's trying to take down Wong. Kyle had Wong go in his activation. I think he meditated and gave somebody a power. And now Liam's moved up rocket
No, he
and shooting
pulled
at
the
Wong.
incinerate off of MODOK.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, and sure enough, rocket wipes Wong off the face of the earth. Yeah. Poof.
That's with a dust. That's with a dust decree though. 7 dice into incinerated Wong. I don't think it's insane for it to do 4 damage. All right.
Okay, so that just leaves Kyle with MODOK 2.
Interested in seeing. I wonder, was that an attack at MODOK? And then no,
No,
it was not.
no. I saw him pointing at Wong.
Okay. Because he can sacrifice. He has like the shunt attacks ability. But it looks like he's still like very.
Oh, that's right. He can get somebody to bodyguard for him.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely landed on Wong. I don't know who the intended was.
Okay, fair enough. Could be the other way around, but that was going to be inevitable.
We got to walk up here. I think this is going to be a spender into CGR, which seems kind of silly to me with CGR on 10 power.
He is also contesting that center point.
Yeah. He's going to throw the big thing at Thanos. I don't know if I love this.
The Fisk building.
Yeah.
No, it looks like does he have a beam?
Oh. He's holding the book.
Oh yeah, of course. How about Hellfire Club? Was that running rampant at Adepticon?
Yeah, I think one of the best games I had over the weekend. I played against Aaron Franklin's Hellfire Club.
Yep.
Guy's a very, very good player.
Yep.
He's the one that knocked Nate out, but I got it back. My dice were very strong very early. And I brought maximum mobility. I ended the game with my Nick Fury Jr. on his D shape. His back D point.
Yeah, Hellfire Club is making the rounds.
Yeah, they were also legal in affiliation battle, which was insane.
Oh, see, that's kind of lame.
The judges have assured me that they're going to find a way to fix that for next year.
Okay.
But also, this is like now 2 years that they've been legal and they haven't won. So.
All right. Looks like MODOK did a spender into CGR. Let's see what the dice say.
I don't love this. The guy's on 10 power. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I don't know. But the hit was not very good. So I think he saved it all. Anyway.
No, he's taken 1.
1. Okay. And getting pushed though. But he gets
it's an advance.
Pardon me?
It's an advance from the spender always advances the opponent.
Okay. And I'm not very familiar with MODOK 2. So thank you for helping out here.
Yeah. I love MODOK 2. What a great model. It was so fun to paint.
Yes, agreed. Really great. I just went ahead and got on a bargain price. I got the rival panels for the Spider-Man Doc Ock rival panel. Mostly because the Doc Ock one is just so good. It's such a good sculpt. And with Spider-Foes coming out, the new box and stuff like that, I wanted to play with the nicer sculpt instead of the original box one. Okay, so that was the end of round 2. We saw Kyle picking up only 1 point from his book. So he's on 4. Liam picks up 2, so he's on 4 and 4 now. And CGR remains psychotic, of course. And the priority goes over to Liam.
Age of Ultron being here is very, very good for Kyle. It kind of depends on what level impact Watt's able to open this turn with. I think you gotta go with CGR. Otherwise, Strange kills him. Or I guess you can go with Thanos and just try to take Strange off the table, but it's going to be Def 5, and Strange can kind of be tough to deal with, and he's going to bump away, so Thanos is going to have to bury himself in your team. There might be a bit of an overextension there.
You mentioned, dazing Ultron to stop him from activating, but how do you handle him on his injured side, considering Age of Ultron is in play?
this list can kill him through it. Like, it's not insane.
So you just
like,
do it twice. You just knock them out twice.
Well, I think the big thing is that you opened with it. Like, you like took one of his activations already. So he's already down in activations. That's a huge amount of tempo not activating 5 threat of your list on a given turn. And age can't protect you from that. I think here, if I was Liam, I would probably open up with killing Strange and just like using Portal to make Ultron's activation bad, just like dropping him behind that building.
Yeah, sure. That is his biggest problem, isn't it? Action economy.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to move.
But I do understand the desire to move CGR here, and this is almost certainly an Ironbound Books turn, right? Ironbound Books has been played.
Yes, I see it.
Yes.
Yep.
So Thanos doing 6 to Strange with his mystic armor and everything. Not that likely, especially because he will pierce your wilds at first opportunity.
Mm-hmm. So any particular vibes you picked up from Adepticon compared to last year? Different, or is the same good time?
It's kind of tough. I had a very good time at Adepticon, but I'm not a big fan of timelines. I'm not a big fan of them making timelines what the whole show's about.
Mm-hmm.
Timelines had 56 players or something like that.
Yep.
And Challenger had 90 something.
Yeah.
And then
what's your point though there about those numbers?
Like I just seems like, I don't know, their Saturday event had 128 players in it last year. Their Saturday event had 56 players in it this year.
Uh-huh. Oh, I see.
Like, I don't know how you can look at that and say that that was a good decision.
Right. Yeah. I mean, people are arguing it's a new event and it requires a bit more models than many people may have. And so they thought that number was a good turnout. But when you put it into context about what happened last year's Saturday, yeah, that's quite different, isn't it?
I mean, Squad Goals is a new event. Compared to Second Wind, held at a different time of year, granted, but we're like 8 players less a month out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right? We're not half.
Yeah.
And it's also a new format. Like, I don't know. I think the community kind of shown them how much they like
alt
that.
formats. Yeah.
And Adepticon had over 8,000 people this year.
Yeah. I can't believe they still managed to squeeze it all in to that place. It's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, they're kind of out of spots if they want to make it bigger, unless they want to like really pay through the teeth for like some of the city venues.
Go to Milwaukee, where Gen Con is. Not Milwaukee.
Gen Con's in Indiana, but
Indiana.
Yeah, you could go to Indiana, but yeah, there's no way you could fill Indiana, that's for sure. But
yeah,
you're talking about wildly changing the logistics.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. It was storage of all their stuff because they supply all the terrain for these events, all of them, not just MCP. It's crazy. Yeah.
Some of the MCP terrain, like the new Wakanda terrain, was painted to like, I don't want to say studio level, but
yeah,
my gosh, it was pretty darn close. All right, so is this a CGR attack?
No, Thanos
did 1 damage. It's a Thanos attack.
Yeah,
did 1 damage to him, and now he's bumping back. It looks like.
Yeah, maybe he's portaling him back because he didn't get the wild trigger. But he didn't get through Ironbound Books.
Yeah, the double pierce there, right? Those pierces stack on him, right?
I'd imagine so. Yeah. Yeah, so he did he pierced 2, so 2 hits of Thanos went away, and it was 4 that went through into 3 saves. So he only took 1 point of damage.
Yeah. For each wild, yeah. So he removed 2 of those. Man, sometimes Doctor Strange just falls over dead, and sometimes he is just the most unkillable MFer I've ever seen in my life. All right, we got a whole bunch of pings going on.
Yeah, so Thanos, Strange, and Ultron 2.
Oh, is this the tactics card coming out of here?
I don't know. Oh, Sacrifice. That's what it was. He played Sacrifice. Yeah, so Strange sacrificed onto Ultron.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. So let's see how much Ultron is taking. He hasn't done the damage just yet. 4. Wow. 4 out of 6.
And he hit the wild, so he's gonna
toss him into Wong. Toss him into the barrels. Yeah, into the barrels for an extra point of damage. Wow. 5 out of 6. When he comes back with Age of Ultron, all healthy and everything.
Oh no, it was he used the Thanos' Spender.
Spender.
So he put slow on him.
Mm-hmm.
It's a push. No additional damage.
Oh, I see. Got it. Thank you. When Age of Ultron triggers and he comes back healthy, is he activated or can he go again?
I don't think it doesn't pull the activated token. It's not like a Ghost Rider.
Okay.
But it doesn't when he dies, it doesn't place one on him either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So Ultron can sit on 2 health here. His activation is incredibly safe.
Yep.
Especially now that he has 10 power.
Yeah, King Mark, he did the Spender, and the Spender has an automatic push.
Yeah, I think the initial measuring with CGR was looking at seeing if he could Spender Ultron, because I think Ultron was on 7 power to start the turn. So if he could walk, bump for 2, Spender Ultron, and kill him while he didn't have age power because the Spender doesn't do damage or doesn't give power. But then I think he realized that sacrifice was on the table and that there was no way Ultron was going to take that attack.
Okay, people pointing out that the Spender from Thanos does need that wild trigger. So maybe he was using his mind gem? Or space gem?
Where'd the slow come from then?
Yeah, that's a good question. Well, was the slow just part of it, of the attack? Let's see.
No, I mean, slows from the wild trigger. Are we sure he didn't have the wild?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he did.
I don't know.
Because he did get the slow, and that is part of the wild, so. And King Mark is saying they played it wrong. Okay.
All right, well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're not judges. There's nothing we can do about it.
Absolutely not. We just report. You decide.
Yeah, absolutely. Just assassinate the character of these two. That's what we'll do. All right, man. Kyle in a little bit of trouble here.
Yeah.
Strange living means that he can kind of dig his way out. I would start. You got to start by taking an activation off the table here. As I think you go with MODOK and see if you can get Incinerated Rocket off the table here.
Yeah. Rocket's on full of
Tough
power.
because Rocket's immune to that throw.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he has to do it the hard way.
I also don't think you want to throw that at all, especially because they attack MODOK, you can just bump into the cover. It's rare to have a size 4 for MODOK to hide on.
Yeah, good point. Looks like he's moving Ultron.
And Ultron walk and shoot. I do not love this. Ultron's activation is completely protected. He's the only one of your characters that can't die.
Yeah. Oh, they're saying they rewound the push. That's why Ultron's
they rewound the push. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
They figured it out. All right.
That's nice.
Never mind.
Good on them.
We figured it out.
All right. Dice were rolled, but I'm not sure who's attacking who at this point. It looks like it was Rocket who took the hit anyway, because he's now dazed. And he drops his book. Let's see who picks it up. Nobody. MODOK 2 already has one, so he can't pick it up. Good old Wong's going to race up there and grab it. I got you, boss. Yeah, that was MODOK 2 who did that into Rocket because he's now completed his activation.
Do you think this is walk up Spender MODOK? Modok just puts it into Ultron if that's what happens.
Mm-hmm. Sure. It's interesting because, yeah, he's got that reverse bodyguard. So Kyle's been placing characters around him to soak up the damage.
I think you just kind of bide your time here. I think you just bump up with Cosmic and you just take some pot shots and you just kind of go from there.
Sure.
Or you make sure you get your 2 shots with Star-Lord and then go stand on the point, take your incinerate, be sad about it, but get your work done. Because I think if the status quo holds, the Guardians player wins.
For sure.
So I don't think it's about how much damage you do. I think it's about whether you do your damage. All right, we're walking up here.
Just walking. Didn't use his ability. Interesting.
Oh, he's after Strange.
Yeah, he wants to do.
Strange is holding the leadership, right?
I think so.
Although whoever's all the way at the top is holding the Strange. Yeah.
Yeah, sure enough.
Holding the leadership. Yep.
Okay.
So he's trying to get the leadership off the table.
Yeah. So what he's done is he's moved forward and then he portaled himself forward, and now he's within 2, and he has got 8 power. So he's going to do his massive spender into Strange. Exciting.
I mean, it's hard to do the math on this because of both the way that Strange's reroll works and the way that like his reverse pierce works. But I mean, the spender is absurd. It is like a big reason why CGR was nerfed. Like,
yeah,
can't imagine a power that you add 3 power cost to it and it remains a totally playable ability.
Was it 3 they added? I thought they only added 2.
It wasn't it 5 before, or was it? No, you're right. It was 6.
Yeah. Okay.
Double spender. They had to no matter the cost.
Yeah,
that's right. Still 2. Whatever.
Yeah. I hear you. Just clarifying. Oh, not a great. Look at those blanks and shields. Yee. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
This is really good for Strange.
Yeah. Strange.
Taking 3 currently. I think maybe you roll the dice and re-roll these 7 dice you have on defense.
Yeah, he's only got 3 saves so far. Strange. Oh God. Crits didn't help Liam at all. This is the problem with Guardians, and this is why I won't play them anymore.
I Agamotto this though. I mean,
you're
not dead.
Yeah.
I guess this roll can kill Strange. Oh no, he just takes it because he's got 4. He would have to do better than 3 blocks. Yeah, I think that's right. I don't think you reroll it. Forgot that skulls counted.
Yeah. Right, Strange down to just 1. He survives on 1. Wow.
Oh, don't do that. Don't. Oh wait, no. Rocket's dead. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah.
He's not going to die to booby traps.
Yeah, they didn't put the daze token on Rocket. He needs a daze token.
All right. Bumping forward.
As part of the leadership.
Probably 2 daggers of daggering into Star-Lord, I would imagine.
Could be Thanos. I mean, in terms of range, I think he could do either.
Yeah, I think you gotta
go down.
Don't have priority.
Yeah.
Whether you
CGR.
Kill him or not.
He's going after CGR.
Oh, maybe this is I think it's a spender to try to heal himself and Ultron.
Maybe. 2 hits only. It's
5, so it's the builder.
Oh, okay. It did 1 point of damage into CGR.
2, because if it was the builder that he had the wild pierce.
Was he on 5 only? Okay. Convocation
maybe.
is so confusing.
Maybe they missed the pierce, or maybe I'm confused on which attack they did. Oh, right. I'm not looking at skulls.
Looks like another hit. I think this might have done it. Yep, sure enough. Second attack was able to. Oh, what did he?
All right.
Why did he? Okay.
I think he was one short because there was the skull again, because the Pierce can't modify the skull.
I see. Gotcha. I did it anyway. I don't know what happened with the dice math there. Convocation's weird, but he managed. Strange managed to daze CGR. Strange is a very powerful offensive character, but he's got a lot of weird rules you have to understand.
All right, here we go. Scalpelin, Ultron forward. I like this a lot.
Yes. Yes. It mitigates the action economy problem that he has.
I'm not a huge fan of it blocking MODOK's throw direction, but maybe you don't do that anyway, and maybe you just dare him and be like, make me play Age. Go ahead. And then Scalpeling himself back behind the thing. I'll go all the way behind.
Staying outside of... is he? Yeah, he's going to try to stay outside of the... Oh, no. He is going to be contesting. Getting
it's not one hit point. Just beyond the point or whatever.
Mm. Right. Liam leaps into action.
Looks like we got a hit and run gunshot onto
MODOK 2.
Yeah. Oh man, if this does damage, I kind of like bump forward on MODOK.
Looks like only 2 hits. It's no saves. Mm-hmm. Yep, takes 2 points of damage. 3 out of 7. Vince, am I right in thinking that they actually modified the timelines event at Adepticon? It isn't run exactly like it's written in the rules?
I'm not sure. That event bumped into a whole bunch of problems too. They were 1 round and 1 hour behind at one point.
Oh gosh. Okay. Wow.
And they played 6 rounds in day 1.
Yeah.
And then 3 rounds on day 2. So it was 9 games to settle a 50-something person event, which is insane to me. It's way too many rounds.
Yeah.
For that number of players. I get that you're at a con and you were expecting 120 people and that you kind of can't change the schedule, but maybe you could. Okay.
There's nobody there, so...
What about
terrain? Oh, he's throwing the terrain. That's why it was blinking on the terrain.
Okay, so this is Ultron activating. It's got to be.
Yeah.
Because Ultron's the only one that could throw that terrain into Thanos.
Yep. Threading the needle between those 2 characters is amazing.
I don't understand this. I don't understand why not go with MODOK first and try to create the grunts.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Not MODOK, you mean Ultron.
No, if MODOK goes, he can throw the... Oh, no, MODOK's already activated. That's why. Explains a whole bunch. Just read the UI. All right, so the grunts should be coming out here based on the terrain destruction. Or maybe not.
No. No, he just put the extra conditions on Thanos. He's got bleed, incinerate, and poison on him.
Because he just spendered him.
Yeah. It looks like he's going to do it again. Thanos on 4 out of 8 hit points. Ooh, great hit. Great hit with the second attack.
Doesn't the spender... Oh, no, that had to be the builder if it put the 2 conditions on.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. Okay, wow.
Right. He can't afford to spender because he's got to hold Age.
Mm-hmm. Age of Ultron is 7 power, right?
It's 8 power.
8 power, okay. Wow. Thanos manages to survive on 1. I thought he survived on 1, but now he's...
No, he's taking 4 because this is he's got 6, 1 block.
Recal. He's playing Recal.
Damage by 1.
That's what's
playing Recal. Here we go.
Yeah. Another good hit though from Kyle. 6 hits into just 1 save. Oof.
Yeah, got him still.
Yeah. Now what?
No, he's done. He's down.
Okay. Okay, there was a lot of action there, but okay, he's down. Wow. Ultron coming out swinging.
Ultron picking up the book. I think shooting. Suddenly I think Convocation's in a pretty good spot. It kind of depends on how like, I don't know, Guardians failing to get Strange there was a big deal. If Strange was gone, I'd feel Guardians favored.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. You know, Liam had a great round 2, but it looks like Kyle's now managing to come back. The clapback is really good for him on round 3. Juan going ahead and picking up that book. I knew he would. He's a bookworm at heart.
And then what? Probably he'll just walk up, pick up the book, heal nobody, I guess. I would really like to see him heal Strange there.
Sure. What's the range of the heal? 3.
It's got to be 2 or 3, but he started like within 2 of them. I guess maybe he just went up and made the power. Maybe he didn't have the power to do both. Maybe he was only on 2.
Yeah. Yeah, he wanted the book.
Yeah, I mean, you absolutely go pick up the book. But I feel like you could maybe pick up the book with Mordo.
Mordo moves up a little bit.
Within 3 of Ultron, so that Ultron can benefit from the bad Death's Decree. Or it's like Anger of Sidorak or something like that.
Wow, these guys wrapped up round 3 very quickly.
Yeah.
Oof.
I'm a little bit sad the Ultron grunts didn't come out there. They absolutely should have.
Yeah.
I think that's like a...
And now he's played Ironbound books again.
Doesn't he only get it on a KO? Did he spawn the grunts and then instantly kill them?
I'm thinking that happened.
We missed it. He just like didn't put them on the table.
He didn't put them on the table. They must have verbalized it because
he's like, hey, I put him right behind Ultron. I put him right behind Thanos, and then I spender Thanos and I throw him into
something like that, because Ironbound books is refreshed now.
Yeah.
But people are wondering, he had 3 books and at least 1 point, the back one. He should have gotten 4 victory points. It seems like he only took 3.
Should have gotten 5.
Yeah, does he have the center one? Does he own the center one? Yeah, then he should have 5.
Isn't MODOK on it?
Yeah, MODOK's definitely on it. See?
Yeah.
I mean,
is the UI wrong? What's this physical scoreboard say?
All right, take a look, because I can't believe that. No,
physical scoreboard is matching the UI.
What is going on? This game is very confusing. Yeah, he should have gotten 5. 3 books and 2 points. Okay.
Because it was 4-4, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Oh boy.
They're fixing it now.
Okay, thank God.
Maybe they're drinking more whiskey than I am. I mean, it was 4 points and it should have been 5. Should have been 9. There we go. Okay, guys.
Yeah, there we go. All right.
It's just
I certainly like Convocation's position a lot.
Yeah.
He's really like he took a couple on the chin really early, and now it's coming back in.
Yeah, but I think, what do you think? It was Sexy Strange surviving the onslaught there that really turned the tide for him?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really going to depend on whether he gets a meaningful Strange activation, but I don't know how. I guess it's going to have to open with like CGR is probably the only one that can go after Strange.
because of the distance.
I mean, I think you just pay the full 3, and then you just one tap him, and then try to kick in. Maybe get lucky on Wong, and go from there. But like, if Strange manages to scalpel himself and make something happen here, although he can't really approach Rocket, because Rocket could just take the 70%er to kill him if he ends a movement within 3 of Rocket. Ooh, Rocket's got line of sight.
Oof.
Ooh, boy.
Ugly. That's going to be bye-bye Strange.
Yeah. Yeah, you put Death's Decree on this just to make sure.
When you absolutely positively need to zap.
It's so important to get Strange here, I think. Or maybe you do the Spender.
Yeah.
Instead, and then back it up with a Death's Decree if you want it.
Yeah.
I think that's the
You
route
just get.
I think I do it. Make it Spender, and then just admit I'm going to take a second action with Death's Decree.
Yeah.
If you can save Death's Decree, he's got good odds to take like Wong off the table permanently, or put a whole bunch on Def 2 Modok.
Ironbound Books is in effect though.
It doesn't work on energy.
Yeah. Okay. Fair. Also, Galaxy's Greatest has got played. So CGR, Rocket, both have Galaxy's Greatest, the big dumb hero tokens. So they have an extra attack die and an extra defense die. Vince, I hear people are on the fence about that card.
I'm on the fence about it too. It was played against me at Adepticon to pretty good effect in a game that I managed to win. But it was also like I dazed his entire squad in a single turn. Like they all ended up dazed at the end, so he played it on 4 characters or something like that. Let me tell you, Bill with 5 health or 5 defense is obnoxious.
Yeah. I like the card. I think it's great.
I think kind of like you have to. It is very corner case. I think you have to be fighting a boy.
Yeah, that was Rocket with Death's Decree.
And the Spender, and he hit the wild to splash it into Strange.
Yeah, good
That's
times.
great. That's so much better than my plan.
That's Liam Watt for you. He goes for the throat.
And then I think you just is the Spender on Rocket 3 or 4.
I think it's only 3, maybe 4.
It is 4. Okay, so this is probably just a builder coming out of him.
Okay. Wow. That was fantastic.
Okay, yeah.
And there's Wong off the table.
Night.
Okay.
Good night, Wizards.
It seems like each player has their one round, and unfortunately, Liam got the first. At the opening salvo. Kyle came back, but now Liam's come back. Wow. Nasty.
I think you go with Modok here, and I don't know. You try to do some work on CGR. I mean, you're not going to get Thanos. You might get CGR, and you get to put stun on him to open the turn. I think it's stun before damage too.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think he's going to go after
before
CGR.
Damage. Stun before damage. Need the wild though, which it looks like.
Yep, no problem. Good hit.
Great hit.
Yeah. Let's see how much that translates. So that's 5 hits. He's got a reroll now.
Yeah, he can steal power off characters near him for rerolls.
Rerolls didn't do anything.
2 from Ultron.
Yeah, nothing. Didn't turn into any more hits though.
Yeah, sad.
Right. So that was into CGR. CGR takes 3 points, but does get that stun, as you mentioned.
Yep, and only gets 1 power from it.
Mm-hmm.
And you to advance him. Walk away from my team, please.
It looks like another attack is being rolled.
Yeah, I actually think you don't really move him here. Like the guy can kind of go anywhere, and you need to keep him close because you got to throw that size 4 at him.
Nice hit. 7 hits. These guys are rolling hot.
Got him. Wow. That's big. Wow. That's a big deal.
Good Lord. What is going on in this game?
Every time it's just swinging back and forth wildly. I think I'm like, up, game's over. Up,
Yeah.
never mind. We got a game again.
This is what we were talking about, right? And this is why MCP is such a great game. Is that you just don't know. And so you just got to keep your head in the game. Don't let the red mist hit you. Don't let the tilting hit you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is he throwing a size 1 in a rocket or oh no.
Oh, he's trying to get the drones back.
No, he's just getting the grunts back. Okay, never mind. Okay. Whoa. Close one there. Close one there, folks.
Nice. How popular was Shield at Adepticon?
I did not see anyone that wasn't me.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Shield's always pretty unpopular, though.
Oh,
Let's
they
see.
had
In
their
Challenger,
moments.
there were 5 players.
5 players, yeah. They had their moment, though, when they seemed really broken. Close to when just after they got released a little bit.
After the Commandos were released.
Mm-hmm.
They were pretty sad before that. Like, Bucky was broken, but
it was Bucky.
They didn't have the utility piece that let them make up for their lack of action compression.
Because when I was in Adepticon in 23, so the prior year to this, they were very popular.
Yeah, I had also in 23, I had just won I just won LVO with them 2 months before.
Yep.
And they were pretty complete unknowns at LVO.
Okay, it looks like Starlord is going to try to take down Ultron, Metal Tyrant. He's got 2 hit points left. Ultron does.
Yeah, but he's got age.
And a crappy hit roll, though. That's not going to do nothing.
No, you just take the mulligan on that.
Hey, Dizzard's in the chat.
Oh, hey, Dizzard.
Dizzard is the one of the grandfathers of the TTS leagues. It's season 13 right now, but he was there making season 1 happening back in the day, in the dark days of the before times.
Old man Dizzard.
Old man Dizzard. This is his baby all grown up. Storo's going to try it again. He's like, I was just warming up. That's much better. Good Star-Lord.
Yeah.
So, yep, Age of Ultron. Boop, 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 boop. Let's see where he puts him. Drops the book.
Mm-hmm.
Assume the book gets dropped first. The drones go away, huh?
Do they?
I don't know. He's just taking them away. It's a good question. I don't know.
Doesn't Age prevent the KO? And you can just stack your triggers however you want?
I don't know. Anybody in the chat know better? Please let us know.
Let's read Age of Ultron.
The hit and run, he moves Star-Lord onto the back point and also picks up the book.
Oh, no, it does. It says Ultron is not removed from the battlefield, but he is KO'd.
Gotcha.
So maybe KO triggers happen. Oh, man, should I be playing Ultron and Shield? Because you can got your back off of it?
Oh,
yeah? But I don't get grunts. I don't get grunts, though, so probably not good.
Interesting. Okay, here's Ultron now getting to place his healthy self back down on the battlefield. Did we talk about this last time we were on the show, Vince? When do you think this card's going to get nerfed?
I think the card's going to rotate. Unless they didn't reprint it in the core, did they? No, they came with Glory.
Yeah.
The card's going to probably rotate. I'd say my guess would be before the end of the year or whenever they decide to do the rotation thing again.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that busted. I just kind of love seeing an Ultron C play. Because
Me too. Yeah,
other
yeah.
Ultron, even after he was changed, is a pretty mopey 4.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
And I think Ultron is such a cool model. I just painted him. I would like to play a whole bunch of games with him. It was removed from timelines, and I played a handful of practice timeline matches for my locals that were going.
Mm-hmm.
And I would always just play. Cabal was the list I liked the best out of it. And so I'd play that. And he's playable, at least in that format, without age. You just have to be very, very careful with him.
I think New Ultron is good on his own, right? He doesn't need Age of Ultron to be played.
No, but to be like the top tier thing that he is, he needs it. Like, I think he's just good to okay without it.
Mm-hmm.
And with it, he's absurd.
Okay. All right, so Ultron 2 is encephalobleeming Star-Lord off the point, moving him further back. And let's see what he does next with his actions.
It's interesting that he chose to do that over move. Well, maybe we're spendering here.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to go into Thanos. Not a good hit. Or are these... why only 4 dice?
Why is 4 dice? Yeah.
I would have said the drones, but they're not on the table.
Oh. Thanos is attacking.
Thanos is attacking. Okay. Thanos is attacking and did a great job. Did 6 out of 8 hit points.
Yeah. I'm really surprised they didn't move. He didn't move Thanos.
Yeah.
But I guess he just space gems back. Like, wow, big hit. Oh, right. Yeah, 3 skulls. So it's 5 plus the 1. Why did it do 6 to him now?
Don't know. He's doing it again. Did he get the wild? Maybe he just threw him against MODOK. That's what it was, because I saw MODOK take damage, actually. So he threw him into MODOK with the wild. And when proceeds to daze him. Yeah, he just dazed him.
The thing? Wow. Just 2 taps him? Yikes, yikes, yikes. It's going to have priority, though.
All right. Looks like Star-Lord got moved up probably from Thanos.
All right. Well, Ultron should be able to open this turn with...
that was the end of the round as well. End of the round. So Kyle goes from 9 to 11 points based on having one book and 1 point in the middle. And Liam goes up, I forget how many points, but he has 2 books and 1 point in the back. So 11 to 8, round 5. Might be turning into a round 6 game if they can both manage to stick around. I feel like this is like a heavyweight fight, Vince, you know, where the fighters are like stumbling around a little bit late in the rounds.
Yeah, I mean, they're just throwing haymakers back and forth. And they both, I mean, it's only a 6-point set of scenarios.
Yeah. I remember when I was younger, Vince, back when pay-per-view was the thing on cable. Do you know pay-per-view?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so it was Mike Tyson in his heyday doing fights. And so they would do like special pay-per-view fights with Mike Tyson. So you'd pay your $50 and have all your friends over to watch it. And Mike Tyson would come out and within 5 seconds knock the other guy straight on his back. And that was the end of the fight. You're like, oh, well, we had all this food and drinks.
Pay-per-view always baffled me because like the prices just seemed like the dumbest thing in the world.
Well, you had to make a party out of it, Vince. You know what I mean? You know, we had 10 people there, drinks and food. I mean, you're not going to the fight, so what else are you going to do? We, you know, stuff wasn't so freely available back those days. They kept a tighter lid on media.
I mean, I guess I just can't imagine paying $50 to see a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally get it.
To see.
But you know, we also used to not have cell phones, as it turns out. You know,
I was alive when that was going on.
Oh, really? Okay, you're so young. You look so young. It's like a.
I'm in my mid-30s.
Mid-30s. Prime of your life. Best time.
Yeah, a cell phone my senior year of high school.
Somebody just lost their book. Rocket. Yeah, okay, Rocket. Get out of there. What are you doing in the middle of the board, dude?
This is, Ultron shoots Rocket, it looks like. No.
I think it's Ultron, because he's measuring now to see if he can throw that building, but it looks like he's just out.
I think you just throw the size 4. Like, take the one extra thing, like, what is cover for Mordo? Yeah, all right. Throw the big one. The real issue, though, is, like, failing here is, like, kind of brutal, because Star-Lord can patch up Thanos.
Yeah, he saves 2.
Star-Lord is only got 3 power, so...
So, yeah, I think that's Thanos taking, because of his damage mitigation, should be taking 2 points of damage from that throw. The drones come back because terrain was destroyed.
I think you spend or Thanos, throw him into
Star-Lord. Interesting.
And then walk him away with, or you just walk him away first, I guess. What does the spender cost? Oh, spender costs 4. Yeah, you absolutely had both. I don't know. Oh.
Is he doing the runaway?
Yeah, I mean, you've got the lead.
Yeah.
He's got to come to you.
Yeah, he's a turn 6 play. He's doing a turn 6 play. Smart man.
Well, it's round 5, yeah, but he's...
Yeah, but I'm saying he's aiming for turn 6 win. And this is the important thing of not getting the red mist in your eyes and just going for the kill when it's just more sensible to walk away. Puts Liam on the back foot here now.
Star-Lord walk up spender. Try to take Charlatan's activation away.
Carlatons, that's funny. Look at you. You know, on a first name basis with the supervillain. We should have known this about you, Vince. Cavorting with the enemies. You okay? Can you hear me? Vince? No, he looks all confused and holding his head. It's like he was getting a transmission from aliens or something. Oh, I'm getting a message. This is like old school World of Warcraft. Can you hear me? Yeah, he lost audio. Can you people hear me? They can hear me. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to carry the show. Maybe he ran out of power on his headphones. I don't think they're plugged in. We're going back to Vent. Oh, Dizzard, that brings up some good memories. Oh, man, Ventrilo for World of Warcraft. Oh, man. Okay, so it looks like Thanos managed to get his way up into MODOK 2 to give him a hit, but MODOK 2 is going to sack it over onto Ultron 2. Let's see what Thanos' hit does. Not bad. 4 hits, including the wild throw. into one save. And here's the throw. Throw going into, is that, oh, sorry, he sacked, MODOK 2 sacked it to the drones, and the drones are going to get thrown into Ultron 2. Wow. So, drones die. Ultron, I don't know if he took any damage off of that. I think he might have, actually. Yeah, he was on his day's side, fresh, and now he's on 3 out of 6 hit points because he failed to save anything from those thrown drones. Yikes. Hey, you're back. I can hear you. Okay, Mordo's going to try to do some more work on Thanos. Let's see if he can do it. Thanos is still quite healthy on his injured side, but nonetheless, 2 out of 9. Decent hit for Mordo, but a good save. So I think that means, yeah, nothing is going through on Thanos there. It's going to be very hard to take down Thanos in general. Speakers stopped as well. Kirchhoff just completely offline. Let's see what happens next. Looks like Thanos is finished. So it must be Star-Lord going now. Wow, I just noticed MODOK 2 is only on 1 hit point left, and he's incinerated as well. So Star-Lord could probably take him down now. Let's see if it happens. Big roll here. Good Lord, this is amazing. Oh, but MODOK 2, he shunts it over to Mordo. Mordo on 0 out of 5 hit points. Decent hit. 4 hits with 2 crits. Let's see what the crits do. Crits do nothing. But it doesn't look like he saves very much. Is he going to do winging it? I think he will. Yeah, winging it makes 5 hits into no saves. That takes one shots Mordo. Star-Lord one-shotting Mordo off of MODOK 2. Mordo was like, what just happened? I'm here in the back. I'm safe.
All right, I'm back. I've got it.
Okay. What happened?
All right.
With the Chinese
I don't know.
Secret Service going into your computer, messing with your gremlins?
I have no idea what happened. I had to turn all my outputs to something else and then turned them all back, and it fixed it. I don't know.
Okay, so I'll catch you
all
up.
Right.
Thanos went ahead and punched MODOK 2, who shunted it into the drones. The drones got thrown because of Thanos' punch wild into Ultron 2, who didn't dodge any of the damage, so he's on 3 out of 6. Star-Lord walks up, goes and shoots MODOK 2, who shunts it over to Baron Mordo, and manages to
kills Mordo.
Yeah, one shots Mordo off the table.
Oh boy.
This is so crazy. It is crazy. And so this is MODOK 2 now going. He's only on 1 hit point, and I don't think Ultron 2 is in shunting range. We'll see.
No, this looks like this is Mordo attacking, or MODOK attacking.
Yeah, MODOK 2 is going into Star-Lord.
Mm-hmm. And all of Star-Lord's power and damage went away. Did they move it the wrong direction? Yeah, okay.
All right. So far, Kyle has 2 books and the center point, provided he survives, which he will. MODOK manages to do 2 points to Star-Lord.
All right. And he gets to advance him off the point.
Okay. Nice one. As part of the suspender that does this.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, I think with Kyle scoring 3 here, I don't know if there's a way that Watt can carry this. Because he can't table him because Modoc's 1 health on his healthy side. And with Kyle going to 8 and him going to 14, his max score is 4. So I don't think there's any way that I think this is over. I think
Yeah.
Kyle's got that.
Yeah. Yeah. With Modoc 2 shunting all the damage off to his minions, staying healthy with 1 hit point. Good lord. Amazing. And now he's doing a spender of some kind into somebody. Let's see who.
Yeah, probably Star-Lord just to get the book off him and further cement the
Yep. 5 hits into 1 save.
Yeah.
And that dazes him. The book
You
comes
can
off.
plucky that, right? Why don't you plucky that?
Yeah, I didn't know why he didn't plucky him. Maybe he just gave up.
I mean, I guess if he's already counted the points, it's over. Like, there's no reason to.
Yeah, just let it happen. Yep, sure enough, that's 14-8 at the end of round 5.
Really well played.
Yeah, nicely done, Kyle. Be interesting.
Okay,
go ahead.
So I guess I'm trying to figure out. So like the game swung back and forth a bunch.
Yes.
But was this just? I think this was just Cosmic Ghost Rider not carrying 6 threat worth of weight.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little bit of Thanos not carrying his weight as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think CGR did respectable damage, but didn't do his like crazy damage, which he often does.
Mm-hmm. Ultron also he spent a lot of his damage on Ultron. Like Ultron's been almost fully killed, twice.
Yeah. Wow, this is Kyle's first TTS league apparently. Kyle from Ontario, I believe.
I mean, it's hard to think because like the TTS league was the game during COVID, but the TTS league is the minority of players. Like there are fewer people playing TTS than there are playing Marvel by like a factor of like 100
easily. But it is the one where the entire globe kind of mixes together.
That is, it's like the most mixed meta.
Yeah. So you do see some of the where the meta is trending, I think, in terms of armored roster compositions and stuff like that. Especially because there's no limitations on what models you can bring and so forth.
I think they're discussing the end of the game.
Yeah, it looks like that sort of thing.
What's going on?
I'm keeping my eye on the chat. They haven't yet told me that they've conceded or anything, so.
But I think that it's out of reach.
Yeah.
Especially with the
because
no points scored.
Liam doesn't have enough points to be in spitting distance via points, so it's all about tabling.
And you can't table because Modoc's unkillable in its turn 6.
Yeah. Here, I just got a message. Let's take a look, and we're done. Yeah. Okay, coming over. Cool. Let us hop over to their channel and say, get some post-game reactions, hey?
Yep, sounds good.
All right, see you there. All right, everybody. Hope you've been enjoying this crazy match. Another crazy match with a lot of attrition. If you got questions for the players, though, throw them into the chat. We'll be very happy to entertain them. Hello.
Hey.
Hi, Liam. It's me and Vince here with you. I know Kyle said he had a
the toilet,
yeah. So let's chat with you, my friend. Wow. This game went crazy, back and forth again, really hard, super attrition. I mean, there was no other choice here because of the way the crises were lined up. But you have a very attrition-focused team. What was your thinking about when you saw he was bringing Convocation? What was your thinking about your team composition for this match?
Yeah, no, just the usual. Just I felt the matchup is pretty good just on the draw that we have. Him taking his 2 splashes, being immune to pools was pretty big, obviously for anti CGR chains attack.
Yep.
Is quite good.
So you're referring to Ultron 2 and MODOK 2?
MODOK, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like.
But yeah, no. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess my question is like, what do you feel like happened? Like, why did you fall behind? Because I thought early you were sitting like turn 1, early turn 2. I thought you were sitting really, really well off. What do you think happened that like turned the game back towards it?
That CGR 1 shot to 7 damage was probably the big thing. He averages should have survived that. Being on 5 defense dice, including skulls, with a wing in it, I felt pretty comfortable. If I survived it, I just walk forward, spend all Thanos' power to heal the 5 off his health, and then spend or someone, hopefully. Again, would have been the plan. But yeah, I think I needed to go with Rocket to get the instant death on Strange to take him off the table. Was the big thing.
I like your Rocket activation there a lot, especially with the going for the wild to take Strange out and not have to deal with all his defensive nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
And Liam, do you think CGR also maybe underperformed a little bit, not terribly, but a little bit when it came to offensive output?
Not to his offensive output. I think he was quite fine. Like the couple of turns he had, it was just his spender failing massive. If the spender kills Strange there.
Yeah, I like your position a
lot.
I
don't think there's a comeback.
Yeah.
Losing the leadership alone is massive just for the defensive tech of it. But him also being like down one of his best attrition pieces and power batteries for MODOK early on would have been big.
Do you think that's what turned the game when Sorcerer Supreme managed to survive?
Yeah, it was definitely a worse roll for CGR on my side than like his defense dice weren't even great on that either. He didn't even like say reverse pierce anything. And yeah, just my attack whiffed 14 dice, like you say. You're pretty high averages of getting like a 7 or an 8 damage out of it, but just flubbed and got 7, then left him on 1.
Yeah.
The MCP special. So,
although it was really spicy to see Rocket using his gun on Mordo and then using the splash damage off the wild to take out Strange. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was well done. I didn't think about it, to be honest with you. I figured if I hit Strange that he would be fine, or at least bust like a full activation out to kill him because I knew he was dead. But the wild into killing him with the pull was pretty nice. I thought it was good.
Yeah. So, Liam, what else do you think? I mean, otherwise, do you feel like there was some other misplay that you made that would have changed things, or was it just a matter of being clever about your positioning and rolling dice because of the way the crises was lined up?
Yeah, I think there's a turn I should have placed Thanos better early on because I think you walked twice and Ultron me back. Instead, if I put myself more forward, you wouldn't been able to put me on my back point, so you'd have had to put me on the midpoint to get me incinerated. Would have been better for me because I would have been saving using the space gem to aggressively move forward. I could have just sat more in the middle. That was probably a misplay on my side. Also, again, the Rocket going before CGR was probably the right call, knowing I could get rid of Strange. I just didn't foresee MODOK going absolute bananas and getting me with 2 attacks.
All right. Vince, any more questions for Liam?
No, I think we pretty much covered it.
Yeah, cool. All right. Well, Liam, thank you very much for letting us stream the game, first of all, but also for the fantastic run that you had here in season 13. You've made the finals, not finals, but the elimination rounds quite often. So it's great to see you here again, and thank you for playing.
Thank you. Thank you for streaming, and obviously, good luck, Kyle, in the final.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Kyle. I am informed that this is actually your first TTS league. That is amazing.
Yeah. I just kind of joined it on a whim. A few of the guys, I run the Southern Ontario meta around the store Torchlight in Burlington, Ontario, and a lot of the guys had been contenders. Obviously, Luke Schick is one of my locals as well. Had told me about these leagues. Like, yeah, a lot of great players playing them. I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. Why not? You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've just been doing quite well for myself. 7-hit Modok attacks into Ghost Riders and things like that. So, yeah, I've been playing a lot of very good players. Been learning a lot of things, making a lot of mistakes, and somehow winning a good amount of games. So I've been that lucky so far.
How long have you been playing the game overall?
So our local community started playing it when the core sets Modok and Hulk came out in like 2019.
Yep.
I think it was right at the beginning.
Yep.
And then we didn't really play it for 2 or 3 years. I picked it up just over a year ago now again. Yeah, and it's been our main game since. So,
Yeah.
you could say 5 years. It's probably more like 2.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And was it Convocation? Because Convocation is not an easy affiliation to play. And so, have you been playing them a long time?
No, I'm actually a web warrior player by trade. Funnily enough, Convocation is sort of, I wanted to play the other side. Web warriors is a lot of running around and objective play, and I wanted to play an attrition focused team.
Mm-hmm.
But none of the traditional options like the Guardians really appealed to me. And then Convocation's got like the goofy tricks that web warriors do, but are also attrition focused. So I was like, okay, well, let's try that out. And it seems to have been working so far. I've been workshopping the list. There's a few good local Convocation players as well.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, just picking up ideas and seeing what we can work it out.
All right, cool. So look, in this particular match, you were on the back foot really early on in this game. Tell us how you were feeling about that and how you kind of rallied yourself.
So yeah, a lot of the early attacks were pretty big. Obviously, like just having Ultron be dazed for 4 turns of a game and not being able to like use his power to output an attrition, otherwise he just dies, is not what you want out of a 5 threat. And he did take a lot of damage round 1. But it was, if anybody was gonna have a spike and take a bunch of damage in the first round, I would want it to be Ultron. Ultimately speaking,
Yeah, sure.
it's what he's here for. He's literally he makes grunts, and MODOK puts all the attacks into the grunts, and if the grunts aren't there, he puts all the attacks in Ultron. So having Ultron take the damage was rough because it was a lot, but it wasn't too bad because I could still manage the power. And Ultron, like Liam said, I could still displace Thanos. I put Thanos onto his own back point. It cost me Ultron taking a bunch of damage, but it gave me the scoring advantage and put an Incinerate on Thanos, who's like the only member of his squad that can't just play a card and get rid of it, and also doesn't want to pay an action to get rid of it, and it makes it remarkably easy, surprisingly enough, to kill him. So yeah, the starting out behind was kind of rough, but I knew, obviously I got lucky, but if I knew if I could keep the ball together and just kind of pick off outer pieces without allowing Ghost Rider to attack me like 6 times around, that I'd probably be okay.
Yeah. I think you were quite clever at how often you placed bodyguards around MODOK 2 as well, because it seems like MODOK 2 was your anchor towards the end game and what ultimately let you win this.
Yeah. A lot of this list is just designed around, like, there's just like a hierarchy of things that MODOK can put hits into, because he has to be dealt with. Like, the Spender is insane. Triple rerolls, just taking power off of other people to make builders do a ton of damage. Pick your element builder. Like, all of it together makes him quite good. A size 4 throw to put Ultron grunts out again. So he's going, if you can put an extract on him, which I did round 1, I took the Incinerate to do it. Then you can hold on to that the whole game because he's just almost impossible to hit. And once Thanos was injured, there was nothing on his team he could do to displace MODOK or away from the other side. Or the
His
other
buddies.
people.
Yeah, and that's interesting. You say he took the incinerate, but it doesn't matter because he's not going to ever take the attack. He's shunting it off to his minions.
Hopefully, you know. Yeah. It obviously doesn't work out like that 100% of the time. Usually, what you want to do in this list is get MODOK onto his injured side, and then shunting it off is free.
Mhm.
And then as long as you don't get caught in a weird prio swing, or you don't like misplay your grunts into a spot where they can be killed before MODOK is hit, you're usually he's just about immortal. But in this case, MODOK just refused to die no matter what he was hit with, which was insane.
Yeah.
And I felt bad for my opponent.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of the way it worked out.
Kyle, I'm gonna throw the questions over to Vince next, but the last one I have is from one of the viewers here. They were wondering, and we actually wondered about this as well. When you place Strange next to the Fisk building near Wong with just 1 hit point left, you activated Wong forward to pick up the book. Why didn't you heal Strange at that point?
Because I entirely forgot about Rocket Spender dealing damage.
Yep.
And I figured if somebody was one of his injured characters, like a Rocket, was gonna walk around to the side of the building and see Strange, that 2 health was not gonna keep Strange alive through like a 9-die builder.
Yeah, sure.
I assumed that he was just going to eat an activation from an opponent, and as a consequence, healing MODOK was seemed more useful and ended up keeping MODOK alive in the end. So I think I made the right choice. Really, it's hard to tell in the middle of the game, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so that was the point, though. I don't think we realized that you moved Wong up and healed MODOK as well as picking up the book.
Yeah, I took 2 damage off of MODOK, and I picked up the book with Wong, which is,
Yeah. All right, Vince, give us your thoughts for Kyle.
I think you really covered it, but most of my questions were just like us misunderstanding things. But I did really like how you kept the size 4. Like you could have you had like so many opportunities to throw it, and you saved it for a really long time because it was providing cover and line of sight blocking for you there. Do you think that like I guess like how do I want to phrase this? I guess my question is like MODOK an anchor of your list normally, or is he more like a tech piece into Guardians and CGR?
So when I play this roster, usually any matchup that involves like a really concise crisis set, like down the middle for the most part, that is threat 17 or higher, I'm very likely to play Ultron MODOK, just because it's you have to have places to break up the hug box.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't break up the hug box, it's so insanely hard to just like each character's health essentially goes to like you can hit Ultron, or you have to do like 17 damage to kill like MODOK, which makes it just incredibly annoying to win by attrition for opponents. So in this matchup, I figured as soon as I saw all the energy, I'm like, the grunts are gonna have to take these, or I'm gonna die anyway. So.
Yeah, and I guess that also gives you a good opportunity to play around like the big way that most attrition lists deal with Ultron, which is like just take one of his activations.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like you could go with Ultron, and then when they're like, okay, well, I'll try to take MODOK off the table, and you can be like, well, no, we're gonna take Ultron off the table so that I don't lose his activation early next turn.
Yes, that was Liam actually made a comment about that toward the end, where it was like he was having a hard time dealing with like skirting around killing Ultron too early, such that I could use his activation for the round with Age, but also having issues doing anything to MODOK, because if he hits MODOK, he hits Ultron. If he kills Ultron, he has a healthy Ultron to deal with. So it was good for him to hold the attrition, like the raw attrition capability of Ultron back by just leaving him essentially with only 2 power to play with around. But he ended up within the circumstance where he ended up just having to kill Ultron, and then Ultron killed Rocket and displaced everybody, and did Ultron things.
Cool. All right, that pretty much wraps it for me.
Yeah. Yeah, it was an incredible game, guys. It went back and forth so hard. It was really interesting to see how you guys were able to not tilt and also be able to kind of rally yourselves and come back. Every round was another person coming back from the damage that they took the previous round. Really interesting game.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for streaming it and for asking the hard-hitting questions for the viewers at home.
So look, Kyle, we are congratulating you on making it through to the finals. That's a huge thing. I'm sure all of your meta will be helping you prep against a really tough opponent that you'll be playing sometime soon, which is, of course, Kolar from Sweden.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited to meet the man, finally see what he brings. Handle.
Now, I know Liam is going to be at the WTC for Scotland, so I'll get to see you there in person, which is going to be wonderful.
Not there, sorry.
Pardon me?
I'm not there this year.
You're just helping the group put their teams together.
I'm just the online coach.
I'm sorry to hear that, but thank you for doing that work for them.
Is it because you're coming to Second Wind?
I wish. Both would empty my my credit card, unfortunately.
Yeah. Kyle, what about you then? Will we see you in Copenhagen in October?
Unfortunately, no. I just started a new job, so I can't go anywhere for the first year.
Oh my god.
So no, unfortunately, real life is going to get in the way of that.
That's too bad.
But I still wish all the Canadians that are going to make it out good luck. They're cheering for me, and I'm cheering for them, and we'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
Leaf power.
Yep. The first time the Canadians are sending out teams to the WTC, I think they're sending 3, maybe 2, certainly, but maybe 3. So looking forward to that very much. Mm-hmm. All right, good. So look, we look forward to you and Kolar figuring out the time for the finals match. And then I'm going to have to have a fist fight with Lucas to see who streams it, but we'll manage that separately.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen, and thank you, Liam, for the great game and for your well wishes for the last round. And yeah.
Brilliant. So thank you, everybody, for watching tonight and keeping us entertained and also helping us understand what's happening in the match. It was a little confusing at times, and you guys did a great job helping us explain what was going on. So that was good times. But most of all, I'm so grateful that Vince had some time for us again, my dear friend, that I don't get to talk to at all enough. Thank you so much for coming on to the show.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
You're very welcome. All right, everybody. As I said, we have the final still ahead of us. Do tune in for that sometime next week. And until then, this is Dr. Norbert signing off and wishing you great games ahead of MCP.